Ginger. This country, very anyhow country. See, if they run your materials for this country, just they comot your body pan. Anything will concern this country, comot your body pan. Na very, very anyhow country na e be. Now they charge VDM 500 meters, sabi, based on say na him be the king of corruption for this country na. Na him they import bandits, Boko Haram, na him they import them come this country. That's why now they charge them 500 million, abi. Or based on say na him go forge that record now. Na him go forge am. No be so. Or based on say everything na plan work wey be say him do post am, abi. Na him be the lawyer, na him be the everything now. Everything come back for your head pan, abi. Now they charge am 500 meters. Unto waiting. Now we won't know. We the riders won't know. See, VDM no dey pay shishi. VDM no dey pay shishi for inside that Monica. What of Bobrisky? Okay, now they charge, now get your daughter, charge VDM 500 meters. Bobrisky nko. What about the Godfather? What about those lawyers? Now they charge VDM 500 meters. VDM no dey pay anything, and he no dey go anywhere. Una no go carry and say okay, if he no pay, una go lock am. VDM no dey go anywhere unless una want test our patient with the rattles. Una want test our patient for this country with that. Una want test our patient. He no dey go anywhere, he no dey pay that money. Wetin dey happen here now? Very, very anyhow country. Now we dey like this. God forbid. Which kind careless and vertical doings with that one? See, Falana, defend back. Your face no show, your shoe don't scatter. Some vertical and careless doings with that. Who they even advise you now to they do this kind of materials? We no comparison. See, rattles, na time be this. Terminator don't come and do like a this. They won't test our patient. They won't test how our blood pressure take high and reach. Una know this matters now. Na time be this. May we just dey watch where how e go be. VDM no dey pay anything, no. You know they pay anything. And the worst mistake now to say una won't carry and go put for detention. Rattles, na time be this. No just they use our iPhone, they pour it in the happen. May we see whether they go say they won't carry and go lock am. May we see whether they go say they won't carry VDM and go lock. Waiting the power for here now. You can't Johnson, you can't careless doing is with that one. Unless if una feel lock all the whole rattles for this worldwide, if una go feel get mind lock all the whole rattles, then una go feel lock VDM. Nothing they power, nothing they stop for here now.
You know, Nigeria is a place whereby true essence of it. I'll keep saying it. Don't be say many Nigerians, okay, put it this way, you know, many Nigerians don't really hate oppression. They don't hate corruption. Majority of them just don't like it that they are not the ones doing the oppression or doing the corruption or benefiting from it. You get? So, say me that published this audio, am I the one that will not be held responsible for defaming this report, the person we mentioned their names? Because I know some of you love your criminals differently. Because to you, this one in crime, not too much. So I love this one, but this one I don't love her. So because some of you love your criminals differently, some of you were even like, my own criminal, my own oppressor is better than your own oppressor. My own criminal is better than your own criminal. My own criminal is a God-fearing criminal. My own oppressor is a tribal oppressor. I love my own oppressor better than your own oppressor. You love to cherry pick. Now take a look at this. You have a rotten system. And what Falana has just done is to help expose the rot in your judiciary. You see how? Human rights fighter, my ass. So this is it. This is your court case. This is your defamation. 500 million naira. You want to collect 500 million naira. You should go and delete. Exactly now. He will tell you my own drug dealer is a God-fearing drug dealer. Your own drug dealer is not a God-fearing. It's a wicked one. So how do you know? Because it's a wicked one. What about your own drug dealer? What about your own drug addict leader? Well, my own drug addict leader is Alaji. My own is Deacon. My own criminal is a pastor. He can read the Bible. My own criminal is a man. He can read the Arabic. He can read the Quran. My own oppressor is closer to God than your own oppressor. Yeah. Is that not how you are living your life with that contraption? That is why a lot of you are not even like raising properly. Some said, "I hunger, they cause them." So this is the best your sandalili sandals can do. I actually really thought that I was like, oh, finally, they are sued him. Now they want him to go and delete the audio. They don't want anybody to share the audio again. Anybody will share Bobrisky audio. They go use expertise audio on YouTube. He entered the court. His son entered court. Come on. I can't even like. I just repeat. I say, more. Because when I saw it, I was like, more. So this is what they want to do. This is how they have kept a lot of people in the dark. They call themselves lawyers, practicing lawyers. You took somebody to court. That's not it here. And the court gave a ruling. You publish that on social media. We give you 21 days. What are you going to do for 21 days? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So that the case will now start.
Let's talk about VDM. VDM has just been asked by a court to pay $500 million in damages to Mr. Femi Falana and his son Falz for defamation and to protect their public reputation. The fact remains that the Falanas have no public reputation. They're corrupt people. They're liars, they're cheats, and they're frauds. They eat from both sides. They eat from the government and they eat from the people. Mr. Falana specifically was quoted, as being mentioned in a phone call with Bobrisky and his son Falz, where Bobrisky was saying they want to pay $10 million to an attorney who will get them a presidential pardon. Have we solved that? No, we haven't. Who was that attorney? And who was the godfather that put Bobrisky in an apartment? All these things are intertwined. This is not time to be suing VDM for 500 million naira. The reason is because this EFCC case and the prison corruption case has not solved itself yet. There are answers that need to be given to the public. One person did not show up at the hearing. The parastatals had representatives show up. VDM showed up and gave a lengthy account of what he knew at the National Assembly. Bobrisky never showed up. This is corruption at its highest form. Bobrisky needs to go back to prison to serve the 6-month sentence that the judge ordered. Why are we not talking about that judge? Why are we not talking about the Bobrisky judge? But if Nigerians rally around VDM and they start going on the streets and protesting, the protest might turn into looting, anarchy, and all that, which is not what we want. I'm urging all my own fans, nobody must go out to cause violence. VDM is bigger than the presidency. VDM is bigger than Nigeria. The moment they called him from the presidency, as he said in one of his videos, to see that what he's doing is good, they wanted to set him up. And they wanted to know that he was actually getting those donations for his NGO to help primary school children. Soon as they saw his announcement that the money had reached 120 million, they decided to stick it to him in the court so they can collect 120 million out of their 500 million. The Falanas are fraudulent. Falz and his fathers are liars, cheats, and fraud. Now, Nigerians need to cancel Falz. Cancel him. No more music business. Falz is a bisexual guy. He knows it. The industry knows it, and people are scared. I do not discriminate against homosexuals. I grew up in a country where homosexuals are like us. And if he wants to feel that that is protecting his public reputation, that's nonsense. I have said all the truth, but the Falanas cannot sue me. Even when I accused Mr. Falana of buying stolen property, which the EFCC seized during the Ribadu administration, he couldn't face me. He had to tell the NSA, Ribadu is the National Security Advisor, to sue me for 10 billion if I did not make an apology and retraction. I did not make an apology and I did not make a retraction. I am a journalist. Even though I'm retired, I protect the source. I know these things happen. And some of the sources are my own father. So if you want to go arrest my father, do that. He's 89 years old on a wheelchair and he can still talk and function. Now, the most important thing I want Nigerians to know is to get focused. All the voices that are amplifying the suffering in Nigeria have fled the country. I fled the country because of government intimidation, police intimidation, and even the people. When does this intimidation stop? If you support these governments that are doing all these things, you're supporting foolishness. For so long, Mr. Deji Adeyonju has been saying this. When Ibiomi locked me up, you cannot suppress voices in Nigeria. We will go and do an international campaign against this kind of judgment. And the criminal defamation law needs to go. This is why no journalist practices in Nigeria. Almost everybody's out of the country. Name it. Cable NG, Sahara Reporters, People's Gazette. Everybody's operating the media houses outside Nigeria. I will ask the VDM to appeal the judgment. Nigerians, please calm down. Don't go in the streets and protest, but let your voices be heard on social media. Mr. Falana does not deserve any apology or any such judgment. Okay? Amplify your voices and get judgment for the real people. The person who allegedly paid Mr. Falana 10 million to get a presidential pardon, and the godfather who ordered Bobrisky out of the prison into a private apartment must be outed first. I mean, let's get the facts straight where they need to be. Thanks for listening, Nigerians.